born on Christmas Day in the year of 1821, was a girl named Clarissa Harlow. You know her as Clara Barton. Her family lived in a farmhouse on a hillside of North Oxford in central Massachusetts. Her parents' names are Captain Stephen Barton and Sarah Stone Barton. Her oldest sister was Dorothy, age 17, then Stephen, 15, David, 13, and Sally, 10, when she was born. Her family told her she was a healthy, happy, and strong girl. Their parents were Puritans, and even if it was a blizzard outside, they would go to church. They all say that her mother was a beautiful young woman. When she married at the age of 17 and had 4 children before she was 20. Clara was not allowed to have any dolls, but she would tend to the garden or flower beds. She loved to sew and take care of her pets. Her mother gave her a saddle, which she used for riding horses. For her school education, Dorothy and Sally were to teach her arithmetic, reading, and art. Her brothers were strong and full of nature and business. They taught her till the winter of 1824, when her brother picked her up and carried her on his shoulders 1.5 miles to a school where she stayed for 5 years. When she was 8, her father moved their family down the hill to a 300-acre farm. Her brothers and sisters would stay in the house on the hill. David would come and visit Clara often, and she would be taught how to ride a horse. In 1832, there was a barn raising. The roof of the barn needed to be fixed. David, an excellent athlete, volunteered to climb to the top. As he was climbing, a board broke loose under his feet, and he fell to the ground on some heavy timbers. He had a serious hit to the head. He lingered between life and death for 2 years. Clara felt she had to help her close brother. She used leeches and many other things to allay his fever. Clara afterwards became a nurse and served in the Civil War on April of 1861. Clara was finally allowed to go to the back lines of the war to help the wounded of the North and South sides. In 1881, she founded the American Red Cross and served as its director until her death. When the American Red Cross was 3 years old, 6 children put on a play and raised over $50 and donated it to the American Red Cross, where Clara Barton used the money to help with the flood damage of the farms, the people who were wounded. And this began our fundraising. President Wilson asked the youth of the United States if they would like to be trained to save lives, and if someone was hurt, they could save them or help during the wars. The youth answered back, yes. In the first year, 8 million had joined. By 1919, 11 million worked alongside adults or alone during World War I. What I want you to remember is a girl helped her country in a way she wouldn't imagine. So no matter that you are one person out of millions of this United States, you can make a difference. Mr. Toastmaster.